Welcome to Fans Assemble, where we come together to talk about all the things we fan over, like comic books, movies, sports, or anything else that we love. We hope you enjoy the show. Welcome back, everybody, to Fans Assemble. I'm your host, James. And here, the holidays are coming around, Christmas, it's December. Hopefully it's going to get a little bit snowier. It's going to get a little bit colder. But the first present we got as comic book fans, as movie fans, is the Guardians of the Galaxy Holiday Special that released on November 25th on Disney Plus. Is a part of Marvel's new Marvel present specials, along with we just had Werewolf by Night, and we're just going to talk about it a little bit. I'm joined by my co-host Ray, who has been very excited to talk about it. Why don't you say hi, Ray, in your way?
I'm Groot.
Yes. Ray has taken on a totally different character for this.
Yes, I'm going to
say he's going to be replacing Vin Diesel, I believe, aren't you? For now on,
I'm Groot.
Ray can also do pretty much any stage of Groot's adolescence. His voice.
I am Groot.
So, yeah, we're going to talk about it. Hopefully, be quick. We're going to be quick and casual about it. It's not a lot to go on. It's a 40-minute special.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I'll start first. So, first, we're going to get into when it was first announced. So, for me, I like the idea. I just thought it's, Disney Plus. You and I always talk about it. It's most likely, right? It's going to be on your TV. You're probably gonna, you're gonna watch it with your family. Like anything that's TV, you typically watch with family.
Yeah.
So it is holiday special. So of course, those two things go very well together.
Mm-hmm.
The Guardians of the Galaxy, right? They're probably one of the more family-friendly franchises.
And there's like the dynamic, like the family dynamic too. So you can pull the heartstrings. Yeah.
And then opposed to let's say I don't know, Moon Knight. These characters, they work best for a holiday special setting kind of, right?
Yeah.
Like you said, it's the family dynamic. So it works great.
Mm-hmm.
So I thought it's going to be good. I was looking forward to it. I'm just I was like, all right, James Gunn's behind it. So I was just hoping for a really, really good time. That's basically my expectation to it.
Yeah.
Something that I can just turn on, have fun with. That's kind of it. So Ray, this guy, I think he was looking more forward to this than maybe Avengers, Kang Dynasty, the Batman. I think he was looking forward to. So Ray, what do you get into your expectations going?
Yeah. Well, I was waiting for a trailer for a year, but they didn't release a trailer until a month ago. So
yeah, they treated it like it's a TV thing.
Yeah, when the trailer came out, I remember I was like, I waited for my sister. I was like, we got to watch it on the big screen because I'm that excited.
Perfect.
No, I mean, I know I told you. Have I told you to watch the Guardians animated series?
Yeah, you have the one that's connected into their kind of newish Marvel.
Yeah, thing. They have a similar episode actually. And I remember I watched it maybe 2 months ago, and I was like, this is actually kind of what I think the holiday special is going to be about, because it was kind of the same idea. Quill is sad it's Christmas and he has nothing to do, so then they try to throw him a little Christmas party, and then same kind of thing, things go wrong, but yeah, so that's kind of what I was expecting. And like you said, it's James Gunn. It's gonna be funny, it's gonna be lighthearted, but still gonna be it's not sad but emotional,
so yeah, in the Christmas holiday type of movie.
Yeah, the cheesy Christmas, at the end, everyone hugs and
oh, we ruined Christmas. So that type of way,
yeah.
Isn't that, yeah. So basically, yeah. So Ray was super excited. I was pretty excited. So both of us have watched it, and we have sat with it a little bit. I said I really loved it. I think this is and I feel like you and I were gonna be similar to this, because you and I kind of feel like Disney Plus has a similar purpose.
Yeah, we said before, yeah.
It's for home, right? It's not going to be actually Thanos, you hear him laughing in the background, and that means he's back. There's none of that stuff here.
Yeah.
It's all fun. I thought it was cool. Like one thing you and I always said, please go down to our playlist and check out our Marvel breakdown of every Marvel show. But you and I said like we really like the parts of like the Miss Marvel show where it's kind of like innocence, like her going to school, things like that, like interactions. I feel
Yeah.
like this is probably the most pure, like, oh, you're getting character interactions. It's like they're not fighting anybody. They're not, there's a
No.
little bit of fighting, but
Yeah.
there's not like a big villain or anything. So you get to see them like that, and you see them in different situations. And there's a point. There's a small point I really like, but I'll let you go first on how they delivered for you and what do you think about the once you watched it.
Like we were saying with the Moon Knight, no, not Moon Knight, Werewolf by Night.
Yeah,
This new format, these specials, like they're just quick hour, 45-minute, hour long,
yeah.
like just like TV specials basically.
Mm-hmm.
Like, but it's a good way to introduce new characters and set up not huge things for the Marvel universe, but like the smaller,
little things.
like Guardians, like the holiday special. They for the first time they have Cosmo the dog. The space
Yes, I
dog,
wish to have treat for Christmas. Yes,
which was in the art animated series. So that's kind of how I learned about the character. That's why I was excited actually to see that character. And then so now they're kind of setting up that character for the next movie.
Yeah, they show a little bit of more of nowhere.
Yeah, they like the Guardians. It turns out they
own
bought
it.
Nowhere. Yeah, they own Nowhere now. Like just like little things like that, which aren't like major things to know. Like going into Guardians 3, but like I'm sure they're gonna reiterate that fact, obviously. But like,
I guess the only thing is like the Gamora. They mentioned her a little bit,
but they didn't really expand on it too much, which I was happy about.
Yeah. Like it's not supposed to be about that.
No, that's what I was worried. I was actually kind of worried like it was going to be too much about that. Then I'm like, that's the whole point of the third movie, so I don't think that's going to be even like too much of a focus. So I'm glad that it was more like like a little more personal story.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing like huge, just like Werewolf by Night.
Yeah. I would say it's not a criticism, it's not a praise, but Werewolf by Night probably did a little bit more. If you're like one of those people like, how does this expand our universe?
Mm-hmm.
Werewolf by Night probably did more.
Yeah,
like it introduced this whole world. You and I, like our breakdown was like somewhat a little bit long, not long, but it was a little bit in depth of like what we think is gonna go on.
Yeah,
I can tell you this one's like we're not. We're just gonna talk about what happened in the
there's nothing like super like, oh, Rocket dies in this one or something. It's like
the Silver Surfer makes his first appearance.
Yeah, no, after credits with Galactus.
Yeah.
One thing I wanted to say, like, do you think this is like a better Christmas part of like Hawkeye, Iron Man 3, like those are the only other two MCU.
Like more like Christmassy, yeah.
Yeah, like do you think this is a better like holiday watch? Or, like, do you think maybe those?
Yeah, in terms of like because like Hawkeye, it's like it expanded our like it does more. Like they have Kate Bishop, and then we have Ghislaine now shows up again, and stuff like that. But there's like bad guys, so it's like real plot. But I thought like the only part that's really Christmassy is like the background, and then like Hawkeye's like, I gotta get back to my kids.
Yeah, it wasn't a huge. Yeah, exactly. Like Christmas wasn't a huge. It was almost like you were saying, like the background, like it was set in Christmas, but it wasn't a revolved around Christmas.
Yeah, it's kind of like it kind of reminds me of like, and I'm sure we're not gonna get too into this because Ray has this thing planned where we, do like a countdown to like the holidays and like content that was like movies and shows are made on holidays. But like everybody always argues like if Batman, of course, like Die Hard shows up in this conversation and Batman Returns, I would say,
Batman Returns
is even more so like it's in the background. I would say like Hawkeye kind of fits into like the Batman Returns thing. Like there's no real like this is what Christmas is about or holidays or like the Guardians is more about like what the holidays are about.
Yeah, it's like literally made around Christmas, not like. Yeah. But I mean, Hawkeye did have like, like sometimes the end credits would have like a Christmas song and stuff like that.
Yeah, or like they have they go to the city and they watch a Broadway show. Like a lot of people like.
And then they show the Rockefeller tree.
Yeah, exactly. So
like stuff like that, yeah. And then Shazam. You know, Shazam actually takes place in Christmas.
Yeah.
Technically.
Forgot about that, yeah.
Into the
That one.
Spider-Verse.
Mm-hmm.
So
There's quite a few.
this is definitely like a trend. This isn't like a first time thing where like comics and Christmas have blended. Yeah.
I would say this one's probably, it's not even like a blend, like you said. It's about
Yeah, it's like full
what
blown.
it says. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So we talked about what we thought about it coming after. So let's talk about things that we thought were interesting. And before we go on, like we said, there's nothing like Captain America's resurrected, things like that. It's just all fun. So
Yeah.
the thing I thought, I'm gonna bring up the thing. So I think one of them you're probably gonna talk about, and one of them you're not. So I'll bring up the thing I think is less likely. I really like the part where they go to Earth. I thought that was kind of funny.
Yeah.
Like, you don't see them go to Earth that often. The last time we saw it was like in the Avengers movie.
Yeah, and that wasn't really like a huge.
Yeah, and it wasn't like, oh, they're like walking around people. This one, like, LA, and then
honestly, it's funny you say that because like when I was watching, I was thinking like, oh man, I wish they would show more of them like in on Earth, because like the animated show showed a lot of that too. Like they would always go back to Earth, and like it was funny seeing like Rocket on Earth, like near dogs and stuff.
Yeah, he interacts.
Like Groot interacting with like trees. It was like I feel like that's something like that's kind of funny. Like that could, but with the Marvel with the MCU, it's kind of like there's really no time for that,
Yeah, there's like so many characters, and they all have their own like territories and stuff.
Yeah, like this was a nice just treat to actually finally see like we were saying with Werewolf by Night. Like I want to see more like stories like this where like they show the heroes like outside of the big threats,
Yeah, like
something like
intimate,
Spider-Man,
yeah.
like Spider-Man doing like small-time crime or dealing with like high school, stuff like that.
Yeah, like the Luis said, that's why we love the Miss Marvel.
Yeah.
And I'll mention anyways, and I feel like maybe you're going to talk about, but I really liked it that the whole, and it's not a spoiler because it's in the trailer, but the whole story revolves around the great Kevin Bacon.
Yes.
Like I just thought it was genius because it's like, all right, what kind of gift can you get a guy who's like saving the world and stuff?
Yeah.
Peter Quill. And it's like, oh, they talk about him constantly in these movies. And it was just like a genius way of doing it.
Now, I don't know. I watched Guardians 1 and 2. I don't remember him saying Kevin Bacon in the movie.
Because they have every time. So in the end of the first one, they go, let's have a dance off. That's literally how Footloose in the end goes.
Yeah.
Like they're supposed to be like he dances and then and then he's like they're like, no, we got a band dance and stuff. And then the second one. So I don't remember 2, but I do remember in Avengers. I love this part in Avengers. Infinity War when Star-Lord and Spider-Man meet, and then they're like, "Is Footloose still the greatest movie of all time?" And Spider-Man's like, "It never was." That's the best part because I remember. So I didn't watch, 2014. I didn't watch Footloose back then. I've seen it now. And then my parents, I asked my mom, like, "Is that like Footloose really big?" She goes, "Yeah, it was sort of." And it was never known as like being this like huge hit, like this gigantic movie that like Star-Lord's making it is. So they said like that's why that scene was so great, like with him and Spider-Man.
Yeah.
So yeah, I thought that was a really great way of kind of like, somebody like us who's watched those movies. And it's like a funny way, like a gift,
And it's in character with like.
Yeah, exactly. You know, like, oh, let's get him this new weapon or something. Yeah. What parts did you like besides those parts we just talked about?
I think showing Mantis more, because I feel like Mantis.
Yeah.
Like, cause they showed like the different like the sides of Mantis that they haven't really shown yet. Like her there was that one scene where she's fighting the cops in the street. Like that's like one thing that people don't realize. Like Mantis is like actually like kind of strong. Like she can actually fight. Like I know.
Like in the Avengers movies, like she kind of became like a second thought a little bit.
Yeah, like she was kind of just like weak. Like even though she actually can fight. Like and then of course Drax, showing more of Drax.
Yeah. Never wrong with showing more of Drax.
No. Finally showing Cosmo. I like that. Nowhere. That was great.
Yeah, Nowhere, Cosmo. I think I'm surprised you haven't mentioned this part. I really like the musical numbers.
What is it?
The musical numbers.
Oh yeah.
Like in
I was actually just
right in the beginning.
I was writing a paper and while I was writing it, I was listening to the soundtrack.
That's why it's taking you so long to write the
Yes,
paper.
now it's on my playlist. That's all.
Okay. I'll probably add it to mine as well. So.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I really like that. It fits into like the whole, like Guardians, a little bit goofy, a little bit funny.
Yeah.
Nature.
And it fits with James Gunn's style. Like if you watch Peacemaker, Suicide Squad, like he always he music is a big part of his style.
And it's not like you're supposed to take it seriously. Like even Star-Lord's like, God, this is ridiculous.
I know. I saw comments. I've seen comments around like, "Oh, this is like too silly." Like, I'm thinking like comic book media doesn't always have to be dark and like there's room for like these kind of stories where like it's lighthearted.
Mm-hmm.
It's a nice change of pace.
Also, it's not like supposed to be like, you're not supposed to be like, this is cool. Like it's supposed to be like Star-Lord makes
supposed to be ridiculous. Yeah. Exactly. Like it's not supposed to be serious. Like
you're not like guys, keep playing.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing like that. So that's basically the theme I thought that we got across from. Just take it. It's entertaining. That's all it is.
And now I feel like they're saving like the big hits for the third movie, like characters dying and stuff. Like, I feel like this is like the last time we're gonna see them like together.
Normal kind of.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, our plan for the audience is since end of December things are going to slow down. We are going to talk about a little bit of the past phase, the phase 4 that just happened, because this is the last thing technically a part of phase 4.
Yeah, it's technically wraps up the phase.
And then we're probably going to do another video, hopefully with Miguel if he decides to show up. Phase 5, we're probably going to talk at least about like the first 3 movies and what our theories are, like how it affects the greater universe.
Because the first, well, I know the first 2 are Ant-Man and Guardians, and I feel like those are going to really set up a lot.
Yeah. The third is Marvels. I could see that setting up something, but I don't think it's going to be like, all right, I'm not going to say it. I'll save it for the
video. We'll save that.
I don't know why I'm doing this. All right. So, you have anything else to say about the holiday special, Ray?
Overall, I mean, I think it was great. I think, honestly, I know we'll probably talk more when we'll rank out Phase 4, but I think this was like my favorite so far. Phase 4. Maybe,
okay, calm down, Ray.
Maybe second or third to Spider-Man.
The Moon Knight, yes. The Moon Knight.
Yeah, Moon Knight, yeah.
Okay. All right. So, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Hopefully very soon you're going to hear lots of Ray because, he's going to be helping me with this holiday Christmas thing we got going. I don't think it's going to be 25. It's going to be a lot, but we're going to figure something out. Probably once a week or something. And if it is 25, we'll probably make it like a short or whatever. Mm-hmm. So thank you guys for listening. I hope you enjoyed it because we enjoyed making it. And see you all next time. And please also subscribe to our channel. I know I say this 100 times on the channel. Subscribe to this YouTube channel. And also go to the description box below where you can listen to us on Apple or Spotify. That really helps us. It helps us get a better product to you. Hopefully, we get enough subscribers that Mike can finally afford a microphone. He's literally the only person who doesn't have one. So thank you guys for listening, and bye. See you. Thank you for listening to the podcast. If you like what you were listening to, please subscribe to Fans Assemble. And if you can, please give us a rating. Do it for the audio world. They need you.